snow in my yard. Merry Christmas, everybody. Just in time for War Games! Hey, Mean Man here, and I'm Killer Kyle. Welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury. Hey, Mean Matt here. This is my young boy, Killer Kyle.
Young boy.
And welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury. And it's December.
It's time for
War Games!
Yes, it is that time once again for seemingly now NXT's annual show, War Games. Every year. Well, it's been 2 or 3 years now.
Oh, yeah.
Good, and each one has been very, very good.
Oh, God, yeah. And that's the thing, you know, WWE goes all out, they go all out in a way that, like, okay, so War Games, I never thought would see the light of day again.
Yeah.
And not being a fan of WCW, you know, I really enjoy watching those matches. So when NXT brought that back, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be fucking amazing.
Giggity!
So yeah, and the lead up to these matches, shit.
Oh yeah, NXT this week was something else. Very good show.
So yeah, I can't wait. Let's get at it.
With a rivalry that kind of, it started with like a poker game that went wrong. Like, they've been having the kind of vignette. You had Duke Hudson as this gambling man, I guess you could say. And, you know, Cameron Grimes is like, you know, oh, okay, it's Cameron Grimes. And they've been having this poker game back and forth for a little while. And it seems to be Cameron has been getting the best of Duke pretty much all the time. Came down to, they say, one final hand in the ring. It was a whole thing. Yeah, that rhymes. And Duke had the better hand.
Yeah.
You can tell Duke had the better hand. But they were talking with each other and like getting into each other's heads, and somehow Cameron was able to talk or get it far enough into Duke's head to lose the hand to Cameron, even though Cameron had like nothing, I think. Or he had a crappy hand at least.
Right.
And then it ended up Duke attacking Cameron, and then Duke taking a pair of scissors, cutting his hair, cutting his beard. And then the week after, you know, you got Cameron in the ring. He's talking about he would sleep on floors and do whatever he could to get enough money together for something to eat, and, you know, being on the independent scene and wrestling, and then, you know, working his way up. And, you know, we talked several times about his run in Impact, and then coming to WWE, and he kept his hair long and his beard thick as a reminder of the difficult times he went through, and it's kind of like motivation to keep him going.
Yeah.
And like be grateful for where he had gotten to in his career. And then, you know, Duke cut his beard and his hair, and then Duke was on the Tron and saying stuff, and so Cameron challenged Duke to a hair versus hair match, which is what we're going to have a War Games.
So, I appreciate a good gimmick match, obviously.
Yes.
Duke Hudson does not have long fucking hair.
No.
So, to me, this is absolutely pointless. In a way. And I mean,
I guess, yeah.
it could have been easily another, like...
Yeah, you could have had another stipulation. You could have had a street fight. You could have had a no disqualification match. You could have had a cage match. You could have had falls count anywhere. Whatever you wanted. But, you know, they went this way.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not really a fair fight, if you ask me. Now, honestly, I'm going to state the obvious and say that Cameron Grimes is going to win.
More than likely.
There's no reason why he can't.
Yeah.
I mean, they already cut his trademark beard and some of his hair, so it's almost like, yeah, I think he's going to win. And I mean, Duke Hudson isn't going to look much different than he does now, except shaved head, but that's like nothing compared to Trevor Lee, I guess. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I mean, I didn't like him in Impact. I think he's much more entertaining on NXT.
Yeah.
Duke Hudson, I don't know where he was elsewhere before he came to NXT, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a good match for sure. But yeah, Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, I think I'm...
So now we have a match. We'll talk about this later. But we have the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. We've got Roderick Strong versus one of my favorite wrestlers on NXT today, and I compared him to Shane Douglas for some reason last week, but Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
And I mean, here's a guy that he has the whole peace gimmick. He's got this peace sign and he's promoting like positive vibes or whatever, and then when I get down to it, he rips your head off. And then you got the veteran in Roderick Strong, and he's been in WWE now for shit, I want to say 4 years.
Yeah, 4, almost 5 years.
So that in itself is incredible. So let's see where that goes and how he's in the Diamond Mine and he's Cruiserweight Champion.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens, honestly. I want to see Joe Gacy go over. I doubt it, though.
Yeah, like, Joe Gacy has been, like, all-inclusive. Like, don't leave anybody out. And, you know, the cruiserweight weight limit is not a good thing. It excludes people that are bigger and, you know, females and small, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, it's entertaining and it is good. And, yeah, when it comes down to it, Joe Gacy will tie you with knots and beat the crap out of you. Then you got Roderick Strong, this all-around athlete that can do anything and everything. And, you know, the Messiah of the Backbreaker. And,
There you go, yeah.
you know, very talented performer. And, you know, with Diamond Mine, it's like, you have Roderick as the veteran, you've got...
Joe Gacy?
No.
Oh.
The black guy.
Oh, yeah.
As the mouthpiece. Then you got the brothers. And you got Ivy, Nile, Evie, or whatever.
Yeah.
You got, like, these new people came in. And it's a very interesting dynamic. I agree with Matt, though. I don't really feel it's time yet for Gacy to have a championship.
No.
Is he good? Yes.
Right.
Is he entertaining? Oh, yeah. I just don't see him as championship caliber competitors yet.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. There's a rumor, and I'm not sure when it's going to happen. They're going to eliminate the Cruiserweight title altogether.
Again.
Yeah. And I thought, alright, so this is what pisses me off. Because, okay, it's not like the 24/7 championship thing. This is, like, this goes way back to WCW. And you had the Cruiserweight title. Then when they closed their doors, you have the WWE Cruiserweight title. And now...
Well, before they even had the Cruiserweight Championship, they had the Light Heavyweight title.
Well, that was the WWF version of the Cruiserweight title. And then they bring in 205.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. That was a fine show. It's still going, apparently.
Yeah.
But then you go, okay, so now we're going to have the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, and we're going to bring it on NXT. But now, it's like, okay, how many people on the roster can actually hold on to the title, win the title, and make a believable Cruiserweight champion?
Yeah.
You know? And it's getting ridiculous. NXT didn't really need that. You could have had the Cruiserweight title go to Raw or SmackDown and keep it like that. But no, you had to go and you had to make it the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. But how many Cruiserweights do you have on NXT? I mean, I can probably count on one hand. Maybe. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't fucking know. You had a lot of great Cruiserweight champions. You had Kushida. You had Roderick Strong. Enzo Amore. Well, Enzo's gone now.
Mm.
You know, you had a bunch. And now it just seems like, okay, so we're just going to eliminate it altogether. Like, you can have more champions in other shows, but you choose to only have it on NXT. And that makes no fucking sense. I mean, think about it. You have the North American champion, the NXT champion, the women's tag team champions, the women's champion. So let's venture the NXT, the Cruiserweight Championship elsewhere. And yes, I know you had the WWE Cruiserweight Championship in the early 2000s, but to eliminate that title altogether, again, is complete bullshit. And that shouldn't happen. I mean, what's next? You know, this happens all the time. You know, you got rid of the European Championship, you got rid of the Hardcore Championship, and now you want to get rid of this? Well, it's like, you really want to have a title for the smaller wrestlers? That's not the way to do it. You don't get rid of something that could be used. Maybe you're out of ideas. I don't know. But to me, that's just stupid. And to have a match like this, and to say, well, we're gonna vacate it eventually, so... It makes absolute no fucking sense in my opinion.
And there is one place that I think they could put the NXT, the Cruiserweight Championship, the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it may, you know, revitalize the title, NXT UK.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? I mean, you had Jordan Devlin as the champion.
Yeah.
And then him and Santos had a fucking hell of a goddamn good ladder match to unify the titles. And, you know, if you feel like the NXT Championship isn't thriving very well on your American brand, fucking send it across the pond to NXT UK. There's a plethora of guys over there for your Cruiserweight division. Like I said, you got Jordan Devlin, you got Tyler Bate,
Yeah.
you've got a whole list of others.
Yeah. Noam Dar.
Noam Dar.
You know? It just doesn't make sense to me to just eliminate a title just like that.
Yeah.
You know, there's no reason for that whatsoever.
No.
It's just like saying, okay, well, let's eliminate the Intercontinental title. Well, you wouldn't do that, because that's a traditional WWE title.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just kind of like the women's title. Let's have this title for the wrestlers who are not that big. I don't even know.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, but yeah, to completely get rid of the cruiserweight title again is like,
No.
you've really run out of ideas that quickly for the goddamn thing? Anyway. A match for the NXT Tag Team titles. You've got the champions, Imperium, Fabian Aichner, Marcel Bartel, going against Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner. Of course, as we mentioned before, Von Wagner is the son of Bo Beverly.
Yeah. It's interesting only because we talked about this on our Facebook Live, and Kyle O'Reilly, his contract is coming up.
Right.
So I can easily see him, and I said that before, go back with Bobby Fish on AEW, Red Dragon reunion as it should have been all along. I mean, I'm not saying him and Von Wagner aren't a good tag team, but let's face it, what's right? And I mean, Imperium just won the titles. It's too early to take him off.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a hell of a match. Von Wagner and Kyle O'Reilly win. I would be shocked.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, yeah, for me it'll be Imperium.
It will be interesting to see, like, Kyle leaves NXT. What will they do with Vaughn? Will they have him go singles? Will they partner him with somebody else? If they do, who will they put him with? You know?
Yeah.
I guess only the future will tell. Time will tell in the future.
Yeah. You have the Women's War Games match. You have the Toxic Attraction and Dakota Kai versus Shirai,
Yeah.
and I believe,
And Cora Jade,
yes,
the 19-year-old.
yep,
Yeah, so this ought to be an interesting match.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that actually. And I mean, like I said, Toxic Attraction have all the gold, and you don't see that too much on the women's stable, you know, and that's just the unfortunate part, but it's NXT now, and you have that NXT Tag Team Championships for the women and the NXT Women's Championship. So it's like a women's evolution as well.
Sort of.
In a way. But what a hell of a tag team. And I mean, Mandy Rose has, in her words, gotten a lot of respect now.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I mean, not that her not WWE, not that her Raw time with Dana Brooke was that bad.
No.
I think it could have been better.
Yeah.
And, you know, looking at that as she was just in it for her looks. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, I know she can wrestle. Look at her in NXT. Not only is she damn good looking, but she can fucking rip your head off.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And she's a good submission wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, when you looked at her match with Sonya Deville at SummerSlam last year, she held her own.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. And it's going to be a really good match, too. I mean, Io Shirai is one of the best on NXT right now.
I'm interested in seeing what crazy ass shit she's gonna do in this match.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. I think it was last year she participated in the Women's War Games match and fucking jumped off the top of the cage with a trash can over her.
Yeah.
The balls.
And Cora Jade, I'm not quite sure. I want to see more matches with her.
Yeah.
But I know that she's got a unique skating ability, and I know that she can really do good in the ring.
Yeah.
It's not time for her to have a title, obviously, but
Right.
I can see her win hell of a lot more matches. And of course, Raquel Gonzalez is one of the other best women's wrestlers on NXT.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it's really hard to say who's going to win.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, if either team wins, it'll propel them into... Well, it'll kind of help them go in the right direction. Maybe if Raquel's team wins, at some point, maybe like you could have Raquel and Mandy for the NXT Women's Championship again. You could have, hell, you could even have Mandy and Kaylee Ray, Io Shirai, and the other two members of Toxic Attraction, or Io Shirai and Zoe Stark, and the other two members of Toxic Attraction for the women's tag titles. Who knows?
Fuck. Kelly Ray versus Mandy Rose in the future. God damn.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, this is gonna be one hell of a match for sure.
And we go on to the men's side of things for War Games. Which was kind of being touted this past week on NXT as like NXT Black and Gold versus NXT 2.0. You got Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, LA Knight, and Pete Dunne against Braun Breaker, Tony D'Angelo, Carmelo Hayes, and Grayson Waller.
Oh boy.
This should be a hell of a match.
Oh, I know. And I mean, great team names too. And it's the old school versus the new school.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, these individuals, like, it's hard to say, like the women's War Games match, it's hard to say who's going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to state the obvious and say that the Black and Gold are going to win, but...
Right.
Yeah, I know that Braun Breaker, the pedigree that he has, I think that he can be the last man standing, or, win one for his team.
Yeah.
But then again, you've got Tommaso Ciampa, you have Eli Drake, you have fucking Pete Dunne, the guy that breaks your fingers. Like, are you serious right now? So, I mean, it's gonna be one hell of a match.
The thing that is an interesting dynamic in both of these matches is, okay, if you look at the women's War Games match, the only woman out of the 8 that has experience is Io Shirai.
Yep.
You look on the men's side of things, Pete Dunne and Tommaso Ciampa have been in War Games, and they're on the same team.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because you have DIY reunite for this match. And again, we talked about Kyle O'Reilly leaving.
Yeah.
It's apparent that Johnny Gargano, his contract is coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd seen on Facebook that Sunday is going to be Johnny Gargano's last day, and who knows how much longer Kyle O'Reilly's contract is going to be intact, so to speak. So, I mean, yeah, you could have Braun Breaker get the win for his team and, excel him to the next level, but I think it would almost be a fitting farewell, so to speak, if you have that team win.
Yeah.
Ciampa, Gargano, Drake, and Dunne.
Oh, that's gonna... Yeah, that would be pretty emotional, to say the least.
Yeah.
I mean... Eventually, all things must come to an end, so we'll see. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say Team Black and Gold.
Yeah, I'm going that as well.
So, this is NXT War Games, and it's on a Sunday.
Yes.
which I think it was last year as well. So
I believe so, yeah.
it's gonna be a very good show, and I got sauce on my shirt anyways.
Meh.
So, yeah, enjoy that. War Games is gonna be fucking awesome, and yeah. Still don't think we'll do a play-by-play right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we'll do one in the future, obviously, but... And also, so there's that. Next week, we're going to talk about Final Battle.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I believe, winter is coming.
Yes.
Open your cheeks. So anyway, you have that.
After winter is coming, I don't think there's anything else. I think that might be it.
Yeah.
Like, if something else comes up, we'll let you know, but I think once winter is coming happens again, that'll be it for the year.
Well, yeah. It'll be it for the year in terms of, like,
Pay-per-views.
pay-per-views. But we're still...
But as far as us,
yeah. We're still planning on doing their top whatever empty arena matches. Now, that doesn't just necessarily mean like the pandemic period, but
yeah.
we'll talk about like other matches and stuff.
Mhm.
And then our New Year's episode, obviously.
New Year's
And-
Eve special.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen this year. At least I'm hoping. We will definitely talk about 2001, but also, because we didn't do it last year, we will talk about 2020. 2021 is what
Foul!
I was going to say 2001. You're about 20 years too late.
Yeah.
Yes, we will talk about this year and last year, kind of combine the two, seeing as how we didn't do a New Year's Eve bash, Wheels of Fury, last year. Damn COVID. Anyways.
Yeah. So, yeah, this has been another good episode, obviously. So, for me and Matt, this is Killer Kyle.
See ya.
Deuces.